So I want to kind of share our personal story for offering. How many of you guys think it's cool to give to people who are less fortunate, or just know that if you have it within your means to give back to people, then you should probably do the right thing and give back, amen?
Yeah, that's right.
And so, those of you guys who remember not too long ago, for our men's conference, we actually had this competition where the winner of the competition would receive $1,000. And I remember I was sitting at work, and God had kind of given me like this thought of like, Joe, what if you use this as an opportunity to get your Connect group together and do something to give back to the homeless people in the city of Portland, and then if you win, you could donate the funds back to the community and give it. And so I got some of my guys in my small group together. I believe Joe was with me, and Will Evans. You guys remember Will?
Yeah.
And so we got together, we put together these like packs with like fresh socks and bottles of water, and we made a bunch of sandwiches, and we went out to the city of Portland and we gave back, and we actually ended up winning. And as crazy as it sounds, we gave every penny of that $1,000 back to the Portland Rescue Mission, which throughout the course of a year, it ended up totaling to about 700 meals to people who literally wake up every day and they don't know how they're going to feed themselves. And I don't say that to brag, but about 4 or 5 months later, I was approached by someone with a pretty cool job opportunity, and I was working for a credit union, and it's not that I didn't like it, but it wasn't what I wanted to do, and it was kind of in a season of life where I was approached by it, and the way it happened, they were like, hey, we want to give you this job. And what the job entails is you're going to be overseeing projects where we raise money for places like the Portland Rescue Mission and all this stuff. And it was almost too good to be true. Do you guys ever find yourself in a situation where it's too good to be true and you're like, why me? You know, like, why are you asking me? So I literally asked him in this job interview, I'm like, why are you guys picking me? And he just looked at me, he was like, honestly, he's like, you know, I remember about 4 months ago you did this video, and we watched you give $1,000 away to people who need it, and honestly, you probably could have used it, which is true. I mean, who wouldn't want to just use $1,000? Amen. But he was like, we watched you just organize this thing, and you just gave away all that money to people in need, and that's the kind of situation and people that we want to represent this company. And I remember thinking, like God came through. Not only did it come with a raise that makes up for the $1,000 that was given back, but it was just a total testimony of when you give with the right heart and you don't have any expectation. Like, I didn't know that was going to happen. I just did it because it was an opportunity to give back to people who were hurting. There was no motive, and I didn't know 4 or 5 months down the road that this was going to be a seed that was planted. And it was a testimony that when you give, God honors your heart when you give with the right motive, amen?
Yeah.
And there's a verse we're going to put up on the screen. I'm just going to read it really quick. It says, if your brother becomes poor and cannot maintain himself with you, you shall support him as though he were a stranger and a sojourner, and he shall live with you. Take no interest from him or profit, but fear your God, that your brother may live beside you. You shall not lend him your money at interest, nor give him your food for profit. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to give you the land of Canaan and to be your God. And tonight, what I want to encourage you guys with is, I share that story because I know that if it's true in my life, and I'm 30 years old, if you guys can get that principle now, if you can give back to God what's His and give back to those people who need it. You guys you have so many situations every day where God has put people who are hurting, and you have it within your means to give back financially. You have it in your means to give back with the word of encouragement, with some kind of word of prayer. Tonight, can we all just stand? We're going to get ready. The service hosts are going to pass the buckets. I want to encourage you tonight, if you have it within your means, give back knowing that God sees your heart. Don't give with the mindset of, I'm doing this because I expect something. Just give knowing that God will bless your heart and will bless you for doing the right thing, and giving back to the CSU clubs, and giving back to the ministry, and giving back to the church, knowing that you're impacting people's lives forever. Amen. So as the buckets get passed around, I encourage you guys to give with a cheerful heart tonight.